What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to talk about Superman issue number 28. This one's written by Joshua Williamson with artwork, I believe, by Dan Mora. Once again, covering another comic book. Like, the fact that he's able to do Justice League Unlimited and Superman in the same month is absolutely insane. Like, that man, like, just must never sleep because his artwork looks so good. I just don't know how he's able to keep up with it, because, like, some artists can't even do, like, one book a month. Jim Lee. Even after a couple months. But Dan Mora is out here, oh, here's one book here, and he works so fast, it's kind of crazy. Like, how do you draw this many comics in a month, like, and make the artworks maintain this good? I just don't know how anyone could have the strength and energy. Or maybe he does like a long stretch where he's like, okay, you're not gonna work on any titles for a bit, let's draw like 15 books at once, and then you kind of go from there. I don't know how he does it, but like the quality maintains, like, is absolutely splendid. So in this issue, we see the Superman. Look at how great he looks right there in the sunlight and all that bright warmth and kindness there. There's also a really nice scene where he goes back to see Ma Kent's. I always like scenes like this where it's Clark and his mom. They're just kind of talking with one another. She's like, can you stay for dinner, son? Your dad's going to get some steaks and all that. And he talks about the Legion and all that. They reference a little book, Summer of Superman special, which, to be honest, I actually didn't read. I've just been kind of sticking with it. I'll have to kind of keep up and kind of look up to see what happened in that thing. But they kind of summarize there was a wedding and that going on and some chaos. But there's a nice moment between Clark and his mom. Talks about the Legion of Superheroes. Kind of misses them. He makes a little, like, motion right here, and Imra shows up. He's like, hey, how's it going? And then she's kind of evil, because, again, this is Darkseid's Legion of Superheroes, his little troops right there. They've been keeping an eye on things, and Superman just gets really angry when he hears the word Darkseid. She kind of tortures him, too, so it's Saturn Girl, and then, of course, we have the others watching over the Watchtower, and they seemingly kind of destroy it, but we come to find out this all takes place in Superman's mind. It's all just to kind of mess with him and kind of break him, and he's able to kind of fight through it, and she's amazed by his willpower and all that too. And again, Dan Mora's artwork here is absolutely spectacular, and you just kind of see everything like played out right here. I mean, just look at this page right here. Boom, boom, boom. It's visually stunning. And then Time Trapper shows up to kind of help save Superman and pulls him out of there, and Saturn Girl is getting yelled at by Darkseid, and she kind of flees. So then Time Trapper tells him, it's like, no, in order to save your timeline, you have to save the future first. But unfortunately, we're gonna need some help to do so. And then the big reveal is Superboy Prime is back, and even winks like right at the camera. He's like, oh yeah, I'm back again, dear readers. You better be here next month to watch me save Superman, the Legion of Superheroes. I smell an event coming. So yes, Superboy Prime. Oh, did I say Superman? Superboy Prime is back, and it looks like it's all chaos from there. So Superman's going to have to work together with Superboy Prime, who's, done some naughty stuff in the past, but also had some good stuff, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read Superboy Prime in quite a long time. I have to kind of get a nice refresher on where the character has been, because with DC, with all these reboots and changes, and like if you don't see a character for a long time, like what did they do last? So my memory is fading in my older age these days, people. So not that I'm super old or anything like that, but it just gets harder to remember things. But I thought that was kind of a cool reveal at the end. Too bad it was spoiled for me online. This is why I gotta stop like looking online like the first thing when I wake up in the morning. Like it's like, oh, I haven't had time to read it yet, because I got work and all that sometimes too. But sometimes I don't have time to read every comic book, especially when I got like 6 or 7 that post in my weekly stash or whatever. And then you get the big Superboy Prime reveal. I'm like, oh damn it, that would have been a nice surprise had I not been spoiled that too. So like without the spoilers, I think it's a pretty cool reveal. I'm excited to see Superman force team up this, and it's also kind of interesting to see Time Trapper outright save Superman in that instance, because like you talked about being tortured in the future. So I like I said, I like this issue quite a bit. It was more focused. We had the warmth moments between Superman and his mom. We had kind of the dark vision showcased in his mind about like people just getting like hurt and slaughtered, and Superman's anger, but also his kind of will and kindness and need to kind of do good, like tested and all that too. Like even Sandra Girl's like, damn, like he's tested, like you're fighting it like really well. So I thought that was kind of an exciting like thing to see. So now he's gonna have to work together with Superboy Prime, like, because now that's where desperation kind of kicks in. So good stuff all around. Dan Mora's artwork, what can I say? He's at the top of his game right here, because he did this, and I just also covered Justice League Unlimited, but I'm more invested in the Superman book than I am Justice League Unlimited right now. And Dan Mora's artwork is great in both of them, but I think here he really got to shine. Maybe it's because it was a little bit more focused and have to worry about drawing like 800 characters in an issue. But all things considered, I thought this was a really solid issue. And with that said, that's going to wrap it up for basically last week's comic book. So it's Monday. We're finally all caught up in time for the new week. So I'm excited about that. It's always a challenge trying to stay caught up sometimes. Sometimes, like I said, it takes like a few days for me to catch up. Some days I'm all caught up like right away the first day. See, this is what I miss when DC released their books on Tuesday. I could read them all the DC books on Tuesday, or if there was anything else, I'd be caught up by like Wednesday, Thursday. But no, let's drop every comic book on Wednesday after spending years switching it to the Tuesday thing. It basically gave like two like pull days or whatever. So it's kind of a bummer, like with DC and all that too. So, which reminds me, I gotta go pick up some of my comics at the local comic shop. But yes, so I thought it was a pretty good issue. I love the artwork, like the moments between him and Ma Kent. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Seeing just kind of the Blue Boy Scout and just that warmth that Superman brings, that hopefulness. And yeah, I thought that was pretty good overall. So thumbs up for me. Looking forward to seeing what they do next with the storyline, more so than, I just saw Time Trapper appear in the Justice League Unlimited book as well. I'm not sure if this takes place before or after that. Maybe this takes place after that. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to kind of like check in terms of the timeline and all that too. But it's all going to come together in the DCKO event, which is coming out in a month or two. Or is it like August, September, October? Something like that. You all let me know in the comments section. I'll just kind of try to keep up with it. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you're all having a terrific day. And that's it for videos for now. But until next time, as always, take care now. Bye-bye then. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.